Two important issues within environmental justice research and action include the ways in which land use practices impact community and environmental health, as well as ways in which people, specifically in vulnerable groups, are able to participate in the environmental decision-making processes that impact their lives. The field of public participation geographic information systems has been a strategy to use the land use planning processes and community-based mapping to address these two issues. This project addresses environmental justice by focusing on a community-based mapping project in Tijuana, Mexico. And its focus is to analyze three key realms. First, understanding the particular environmental risks and goods in this border region. Two, analyzing the influence of the mapping project on the urban planning process. And three, understanding how the mapping project has influenced community organizing capacity for the organizations involved. The mapping project was a collaboration between myself, Carolina Prado, and two community organizations. The first being the Colectivo Salud y Justicia Ambiental, or the Collective for Environmental Justice and Health, including organizing members Magdalena Cerda and Aníbal Méndez, and the Red de Ciudadanos para el Mejoramiento de las Comunidades, or the Network for the Betterment of Our Communities, including RECIMEC member Jorge Calderón. This mapping project was also supported by the resources and technical expertise of the Environmental Health Coalition in San Diego, California. The planning process these two community organizations were participating in was the update of the Zona a la Mar Specific Plan. The Zona a la Mar Specific Plan is coordinated by Tijuana's urban planning agency, INPLAN, and encompasses this region in Tijuana, including the majority of the two organizations' work areas. The region-specific plan, like its name points to, is where a majority of our issues are addressed, maybe to fix the streets or give us the street lighting that we need. So when INPLAN began to work on this project, we were already involved with these agencies, and they didn't just think of us to participate, but also to help plan the community workshops with them. In order to participate in the planning process, we followed a data collection procedure that is outlined in this figure. Both organizations followed the same process in different time periods. The mapping process included identifying key environmental risks and goods in the organization's work areas. The Colectivo's priorities included themes within the realms of environmental health, land use, mobility and transport, and food access. One issue is contaminated water runoff points, because it's been a decade since we've had them here. Since we've had the manufacturing industry, we've had this runoff. And it's very worrying because we don't know what kind of toxics they carry. RECIMEC's priorities included themes within environmental health, land use, and infrastructure and safety. We have been inundated with semi-truck traffic, heavy traffic. We have lots for them all over the community, causing noise, smoke, and contamination. After priorities were identified by the two organizations, data collection started. First, groups were created for data collection. The groups then collected data using a GPS tracker and paper data tables. This information was then uploaded into ArcGIS, and key thematic maps were created. One example of a key issue in the Colectivo work area is the impact of the freight industry. This map reflects the theme. An example of a key issue in the RECIMEC work area included abandoned lots and clandestine trash dumps. This map reflects the theme. Mapping results were presented to INPLAN by both organizations. Our work has shown that the mapping project influenced the urban planning process by identifying the key environmental risks and goods to prioritize in zoning, and by ground truthing the urban planning agency's existing data. The community mapping project also had an impact on community organizing by fomenting knowledge and relationships between the community organization members and government representatives in the city's urban planning agency. For environmental justice communities, participating in the land use planning process is critical for addressing key issues. With this project, we highlight how community organizations can approach participating in the planning process through community mapping. For more details on the process and findings of this project, read the open access manuscript at the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health. Thank you.